y'all, my name is Sarah. This is my channel. Welcome. If this is your first time, please hit that subscribe because you guys are gonna love these videos. I mean, my channel is a little bit about like literally everything. My husband and I are both self-made business owners. I'm a lash artist, esthetician. I've also went to college, military vet. Y'all, we just got a lot of stuff going on. We just moved into our dream house. This is a good channel, I promise you. Okay, so today's video is on my basic training experience. So I know it's 2018 right now, but when I went to basic training, it was 2007. I was fresh, I was 18 years old, just graduated high school, and I was ready to go, okay? So let me tell you, and I know this is back in 2007, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Like legit, I remember it like it was yesterday. So, yeah, so it was basic training, Lackland Air Force Base, 2007. This is for the United States Air Force. So I remember, right? This is in September, was it September 4th? September 4th. I think it was September 4th. Anywho, I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm gonna be looking at my phone because I wrote down some points because I didn't want to forget anything. But, oh gosh, I'm looking a little, Anyways, all right, y'all. So I was in California, born and raised California, Seaside, California, So anyways, when I shipped out from San Jose, California. If you guys don't know where that's at, that's near the Bay Area. It's over there, up there, right? So anyways, you get this little hotel room, right? And everybody else is there shipping out with you. They're gonna be there too. You have people from the Army, Air Force, Marines, all that stuff. They're all there. So you stay in a hotel. And I remember I was there and I had my little Hollister jacket on. Y'all, I remember what I was wearing. Like, that's how well I remember all of this. I heard it's way easier now though, like everything, but we're not gonna get into that just yet. But anyways, so I have an aunt, right, that lives in San Jose, and she brought me some In-N-Out burger before, you know, I went to bed that night. So it was my last time, you know, I had to get that In-N-Out burger in before I left because who knows what I was gonna be eating, who knows. So she came through, you know, thank you, Auntie, for doing that. We went to bed, we woke up early in the morning, had like a little crap breakfast, but you know, like I love food, so I ate a lot, like I just ate. Then they took us to the airport, we got on the plane, we all had these little folders that were like, don't lose this, blah, blah, blah. We were like, okay, cool. We got there, I remember we arrived at the San Antonio, I think it was San Antonio Airport, I think so. San Antonio Airport, I'm not sure what airport it was. All I know is we got off and I see hats. When I say hats, I'm talking about the TI. For those of you guys that do not know the acronyms that I'm referring to, a TI is a training instructor, right? I seen the hat and I was like, there they are. They're about to come and get us. And I'm super goofy, been goofy, but they shut me up real quick though, but I'm just saying, like, this is my mind frame at this time. I'm like, okay, the hat, so we're about to get yelled at. I was prepping myself. You know, I've never been yelled at like that before. But they didn't yell at us. It was weird. It's like they were playing a game. They were playing with me. And they didn't yell at us. And I think it's because we were inside of the airport. So they were like, get your stuff. But they were very like firm with us. So we got our stuff. We got on this bus, right? We were all on the bus. And we were like talking to each other in the bus. Not the TIs. The TIs, I don't even remember them being in the bus. I think they took like a separate vehicle. But we were in the bus. And girl, when we went through those gates of the San Antonio Lackland Air Force Base, all of a sudden the bus driver got crunk at us. We were like, but you're not a TI. You're not even a TI. But anyways, so he was like, you guys think this is a game? Like, I remember that. It was so funny. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. So yeah, he was like, you guys think this is a game? And be quiet. And so like, we all shut up because we were like, okay, is he like an undercover one? Like, what's going on? But anyways, so they took us to, you know, the little area or whatever. Here's my basic training picture. I was part of the 326 TRS flight 638. I was the bulldog, hoorah, okay. And yeah, so I remember we had Tech Sergeant Lipinski, he was our brother's flight, and we had Sergeant Franz, that was my T. I had like Stockholm syndrome because like he used to yell at us. But anyway, let me tell you guys, so we pull up, right? We have our duffel bag, or like our little bag that we took, and they go, get off the bus and you hold your bag. So we're not allowed to put our bags on the floor. Like, okay, cool, I'll do that. So I had a bag and it had like a shoulder thing, right? So I stuck it on there. I walked off the bus with it, and I wasn't holding it with my hands, and he yelled, he got right in my face, like, get that thing out of here. So I was like, all right. So like, I didn't say all right, but I was like, oh shit, right? So I grabbed it and I held it like that, and I was just standing there, and I was like, holy, what the heck did I get myself into? Because everybody's getting yelled at this point. There's like, it's like there's 10 of them out there, and they're just going around just yelling at everybody. And I was like, okay, they're trying to scare us. Like, that's fine, I'm scared, you know? What the heck am I doing here? Why did I sign up for the military? And then, whatever, we went to our squadrons and blah, blah, blah. We got up, got yelled at throughout the whole process. We got up there, he told us like what we had to do, showed us our bunks, and then like they start teaching you things. They start teaching you, you know, how to fold your beds and stuff. But for like a good few days, they called us the Rainbow Flight, because Rainbow Flight means there's 0 weekers. When I was in basic training was only, I think, 7 or 8 weeks. And the 0 weekers are Rainbow Flights because we still have on our civilian clothes. Our civvies is what we call it, right? So we had our civvies on, and we stuck out like a sore thumb. So we were always getting attacked by other TIs and stuff like that. The guys, they didn't have their haircuts yet. And like some guys are so dumb. They would come with their hair dyed colors. Like, what are you doing? But anyways, so yeah, so we stuck out. So once we got our uniforms, we were like, cool, like, you know, that was good. We have our uniforms, so people will not think that we're as new. So, you know, they show us how to do socks. They were like basically telling us that our uniforms, when I joined, we had to iron and shine our boots still. I wasn't in like the cake area where we didn't have to do any of that. Like, I still had to do all of that, so much respect to myself. And I know years before me, it was probably harder than that. But we were trying to figure out how we're supposed to have creases in our uniform when we don't have an iron. And he told us to put hot water in our canteen and make it work. Yeah, I was like, okay. So yeah, but I mean, all that stuff, it molded me, you guys. Like, we couldn't step on any type of like metal, had to step over it. Anytime we had a question or if somebody approached us, my main name is Gomez, so when they would approach me, or if I had to approach them, it'd be, sir, trainee Gomez reports is ordered. I don't know if they still do that, but I literally had to do that every single time. Like, it's in my head. We had, you know, RTI was a male, so he wasn't allowed, like, when we were doing showers, he couldn't be in there or anything like that. He would stay the night once in a while. Our TI, I know when I was in tech school, and then after I graduated, there was a whole thing with TIs being like inappropriate and having sex with the airmen or the trainees and stuff. I heard something about that. Don't quote me on that because I'm not for sure, but I know something went down. I will say that my TI, Sergeant Franz, at that time, very respectful, never had any issues like that or anything. I actually knew a girl when I was in tech school that would go back to the dorms, or to the, I forgot what we call them, and she would be with like one of the TIs when I was in tech school. But I'm not a snitch, but I'm just saying, like, that was totally inappropriate. But my TI was amazing. Sergeant Franz, you the true MVP. But yeah, y'all, they taught me so much. I remember getting yelled at, they've called me ass clowns, tall ass. You know what? I'm going to say it over because they called me a tall ASS. They called me an ASS clown, piss ASS, and they'd say, what the piss? It would be like funny stuff, but like, you know, I knew how to put the M4 together, or was it an M16 at that time in training? Super quick. I was really good at that kind of stuff. What else did we do, y'all? We went to Warrior Week. That sucked. Of course, it's gonna suck, y'all. The gas chamber sucked. Like, I have pictures. I have like my little yearbook from basic training, and I came out of that gas chamber because they make you take your masks off in the gas chamber, and you're just like, and all of a sudden you have to say, sir, trainee Gomez reports his, or you're supposed to say your reporting statement. And I remember, like, it hit me, and I couldn't even, I said, sir, trainee, and then like we got out or whatever. And they make you like exercise before you take your mask off. So when you take that mask off, you're like out of breath. You breathe it all in. I got that thing. I had snot running everywhere. My eyes were watering. I was like, I was walking around like this. And then they made us run like 1.5 miles or 2 miles. I think it was like 1.5 miles because we don't do 2 miles. But yeah, as far as the physical aspect of basic training, is very tiring on your body, waking up very early, but you adjust. You get to the point to where you just wake up without anything. Like, you don't need anybody to wake you up. It's just automatic. But it's emotionally draining. You don't get to talk to your parents or your support system all the time. I know when I was in, we got a call a week, 1 call a week, and they would be like, hurry up. The whole time we had to use the payphone and stuff like that. But I get why they did that, you guys. That makes so much freaking sense. They want you to be able to get through it on your own. Like, you don't need to run to anybody. You have your sisters or your brothers that are there with you to help you get through it. They don't want you to go back to your other support systems. You got to depend on the people next to you. So everybody kind of got through it together. We had a girl say that she was going to commit suicide. I do remember that. It's really not, y'all. It seriously was a huge accomplishment. Like, I learned so much respect and self-discipline when I was there. I honestly can say right now that I would not be the woman I am today without going through basic training, without going through tech school, without going through any of that. Like, I literally thank the military so much. They've taught me so much. But yeah, our whole flight, we were on diets because one girl was like pushing it, you know, weight-wise or whatever. But yeah, so she was kind of pushing it, so we were all on a diet. And then one day when we had KP, I think it was KP duty, kitchen duty, we all like decided to have macaroni and cheese, which we weren't allowed to. And our TI walked in while we were eating it, and we all got in trouble. We were like, that was funny. But yeah, you guys, like, honestly, it's just the best thing. I remember when mom came and when we graduated, when you wear those blues for the week, like, you feel amazing, freaking amazing. And y'all, also, I remember, so I didn't really attend church like that prior to the military. I still don't now. But when I was in basic training, like, I went to church every single Sunday because you have that option to go, and it's not a rest day because you're still working out, you're still getting yelled at and stuff like that. But you get to go to church, and I would go, and there's this song, I could seriously, like, remember it. If I can find the link to it, I'm going to put it in the description. I would cry every Sunday when I heard that because, like, all I wanted to do was serve my country. It was awesome. Like, I just wanted to fight for my country, and that's it. I'm very patriotic and stuff like that. You wouldn't think so, like, you know me, but I really am. Like, I love our country. But I remember, y'all, I went to church, and then you can go to like a Bible study right after, right? And it's like a group. Tell me why I popped up, right? This was like, and then I look up because we have a pastor coming in, right? Tell me why it's my friend's dad from California. I went to school with her. I used to go to her house day and night all the time. He walks in, and I'm just like, but I didn't say anything because I don't want to be inappropriate. But like, we make eye contact because he knew I was leaving for the Air Force. Like, he knew this. He never told me he was going to be working there. I never knew. Like, I did not know. We both make eye contact, and we're both just like, so he does this thing, and I forgot if I said hi to him. You know, I did my whole reporting statement, and you know, like, I was very, like, I was being appropriate. He, like, I believe he called me over there because I didn't want to, like, step out of bounds or whatever thing or anything like that. But I was like, girl, like, your dad's here. Like, I used to, like, I wasn't calling him Major blah, blah, blah at that point. He was, like, my friend's dad. Like, it was so weird. So, like, that was cool. And I just remember, like, I cried after that. I was like, oh my gosh. But, y'all, some weird stuff will pop up. But yeah, that was just another story for you guys.